Okay, let's get this over with. Congratulations. No, seriously, congratulations and a round of applause. The beauty industry, in its infinite wisdom, has successfully identified even more parts of your completely normal human body that are apparently fundamentally wrong. That's right, things you've lived with your entire life, things you've never thought twice about, are now urgent, fixable flaws. We've all been gifted with a whole new vocabulary of inadequacy. Is your face too full? That's buccal fat, and it needs to be surgically scooped out. Is your face not full enough? Oh, that's under-eye hollowness, which needs to be plumped with needles. Is that a line next to your mouth from, I don't know, smiling, moving, chewing, any of the things that a normal human being does? I'm sorry, that's disgusting. Those are smile lines, a grotesque wrinkle that must be filled into oblivion. Do you have a skeleton? How awkward. Those hip dips are dead giveaways that you have a femur, and apparently we can't have that. For the last decade, we've been drowning in an ocean of newly invented problems. And for every single new flaw, there is miraculously a brand new solution just waiting to be sold to you. A cream, a new serum, an injection, a surgery, a solution to a problem you didn't even know you had. Today, we're going to break down the cycle. We're going on a journey from the historical invention of your most famous quote-unquote flaws to the modern-day assembly line of insecurities that is your social media feed. I'm going to tell you exactly how these flaws were manufactured from big corporations and the beauty industry, step by step, not to help you, but to sell you solutions to problems that you never had in the first place. Let's get loose. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to the Loose Lip Podcast. I am Kelsey Ray, and I will be the MUA whose brain we will be picking today. Before we can even get into the absurdity of worrying about different fads like fox eyes or glass skin, we need to look back. We need to understand the blueprint, and there's no better case study for how to manufacture a widespread human insecurity out of thin air than the story of cellulite. For most of human history, the lumpy, dimpled texture of skin on one's thighs or buttocks, it was just that. It wasn't a problem. It wasn't a disease. It wasn't even a thing. It was such a non-issue that for centuries, painters celebrated it, highlighting it in their art as normal, even beautiful. It was seen as a sign of health and femininity. The word cellulite did exist, but it had nothing to do with beauty. In the 19th century, it was an obscure medical term for infected or inflamed tissue. So what changed? How did we get from normal skin to a multi-billion-dollar industry dedicated to erasing it? The answer is simple, and it's a masterclass in marketing. So what changed? How did we get from normal skin to a multi-billion-dollar industry dedicated to erasing it? The answer is simple, and it's a masterclass in marketing. The shift began in France in the 1920s and 30s, as Paris became the world's beauty capital with magazines like Voltaire Beauté, conveniently launched by the founder of L'Oreal, by the way, started looking for new ways to hook their readers. They began to publish articles that medicalized the female body. In 1933, Dr. Debec wrote an article in said magazine that redefined cellulite, not as an infection, but as a toxic cocktail of water, residue, toxins, and fat that was trapped in the body. Suddenly, this wasn't just fat or part of a normal body, it was a condition, a uniquely feminine problem that he claimed was tough to get rid of. And just like that, the seed of insecurity was planted. Before this article, women weren't writing into magazines asking how to fix their dimpled thighs. They didn't give a shit. After that, the letters started pouring in. Spas began advertising new treatments, special soaps, massages, and rollers hit the market. A problem was named, and it was shamed by being framed as toxic, and so a host of solutions were conveniently offered for sale after that. But the real turning point, the moment cellulite went from a French concern to a global phenomenon, came in 1968. That year, American Vogue ran a feature with a headline that changed everything. The headline read, "Cellulite, the fat you could not lose before." The article presented this as a diagnosis, a disease to be managed with diet, exercise, and rubbing of your skin with a special rolling pin that they sold. It became a sign of getting older or just having bad genetic luck. And with that, the scam was complete. The beauty industry successfully took a normal characteristic of a female body, something that affects more than 8 out of 10 women, and rebranded it as a pathological flaw. They created a disease that doesn't exist so they could sell us a cure that doesn't work. This 3-step process, name it, shame it, and sell the fix, is the foundational blueprint for nearly every manufactured flaw that has come since. And remember that. If the magazine era was the workshop where the blueprint for inventing flaws was perfected, then the social media era is the automated, hyper-effective factory churning out new insecurities on an industrial scale. The old model took decades. The new model can create a global beauty image crisis in a matter of months. The engine for this factory is a phenomenon researchers call digital dysmorphia. Unlike a magazine, which you knew was airbrushed, your social media feed is a relentless stream of what looks like reality. It's your friends, it's influencers who feel like friends, all presenting faces and bodies smoothed, tweaked, and perfected by filters you can't always detect. This constant exposure for unobtainable perfection has had a devastating effect. Since the rise of selfie culture, the demand of cosmetic procedures among younger people has exploded. This isn't a coincidence. It's the direct result of a culture that has turned normal faces into problems. Let's look at the first products coming off this assembly line. The face we're supposed to erase. I'm talking about buccal fat, smile lines, and pores. For your entire life, the soft, fatty pads in your cheeks were just cheeks. But now, thanks to TikTok tutorials on aggressive contouring and celebrity surgery trends, they have been rebranded as buccal fat, a chunky, undesirable feature making your face look childish and round. The solution? A surgery where a doctor literally scoops the fat out from inside of your mouth for a more sculpted look. We've become so obsessed with looking sharp on camera that we're paying surgeons to remove the very features that give our faces softness. Then there are the smile lines. These lines, which form from decades of expressing joy and laughing and living a life full of emotion, are now framed as flaws. They are signs of aging, of wear and tear that must be spackled over with fillers like a cracked wall. The same industry that sells you lipsticks is the same one telling you that the physical evidence of that happiness that you show while you wear that beautiful lipstick they sold you is a defect. Last but not least, the most absurd of them all, the pore problem. These tiny openings in your skin that house hair follicles, that release oil to keep skin healthy and beautiful. It's fueled by the glass skin trend that we've been sold a fantasy of this skin that is as smooth and poreless as a sheet of glass. This idea is physically impossible. It doesn't exist in real life. It's the product of blurring filters, studio lighting, and Photoshop. Yet we're sold 10-step skincare routines and expensive lasers in a futile attempt to erase a vital part of our skin. We are literally chasing a filter. This whole idea of fixing things that aren't broken was supercharged by influencer culture. When Kylie Jenner revealed that she got lip fillers back in 2015, it wasn't just about wanting bigger lips. It was framed as correcting an insecurity about her thin lips and minor lip asymmetry. That one move helped launch a global trend, turning lip fillers from a niche celebrity procedure into a common treatment for millions. It normalized the idea that any tiny imperfection is a problem that needs a needle. This is the playbook in action. An influencer highlights a flaw. Millions follow, suddenly feeling insecure about it. An entire industry profits from the demand for the solution. And if you thought the industry would stop at your skin, oh no, my friend, here comes the gravy boat, you were sorely mistaken. The next frontier in manufactured flaws isn't about fat or wrinkles, it's about your literal bone structure. The factory is now telling you that the very architecture of your body is a design flaw. Let's start with one of the most ridiculous examples, hip dips. For years, nobody talked about the hip dips. They didn't even have a name because they didn't need one. They were simply the slight inward curvature on the side of your body below your hip bone, a shape determined by your unique skeletal structure. It's literally anatomy. But sometime in the mid-2010s, the term hip dips exploded on social media. Suddenly, this totally normal anatomical variation was an imperfection. It got nicknamed the violin hip, an undesirable shape breaking the perfect, smooth curve we were all now supposed to have, apparently. How do you fix a skeleton? Well, you can't, but that doesn't stop the industry from selling you solutions. The influencers pushed hip dip workouts, promising to build muscle where there's literally none already. And when the exercises inevitably failed to change bone structure, the cosmetic industry was waiting with fat grafting and fillers to literally sculpt a new body shape. It's gotten so ridiculous that we are now trying to correct our skeletons to match an arbitrary silhouette that got popular on Instagram. And it doesn't stop there. Let's talk about the fox eye trend. It started as a makeup challenge on TikTok, using eyeliner to create a slanted cat eye-like effect, but quickly morphed into something much more permanent. The trend evolved into a demand for threading lifts and even surgeries to physically pull the corners of the eyes up for that snatched look. No makeup required. People are undergoing evasive procedures with real risks to copy a fleeting makeup trend that was popularized by a social media algorithm. The snatched obsession also ties into the new demand for a hyper-defined jawline. For centuries, faces were just faces. Soft, round, strong. Now there's only one option. A jawline so sharp it could cut glass. This has led to a boom in jaw fillers, cheek implants, and neck tightening procedures, all to create that chiseled look that we see on filtered faces online. It's a complete reversal of past ideals, where a softer face was often celebrated. The standard changed, and your anatomy is once again expected to keep up. It's exhausting, isn't it? This endless cycle of finding a new flaw, feeling the pressure to fix it, only for the trend to change in a couple of years. If you're nodding along and you're as tired as I am, hit that subscribe button because you're not done dismantling this with me. And let me know in the comments, what's the most ridiculous flaw you've been seeing sold to us recently? So we've seen the blueprint and the modern factory, but we have to ask the most important question of all. Why? Why is this happening? Why is it speeding up? Why does it feel like we can't keep up with it all? The answer, as it almost always is money. And the business model is diabolically simple. There is no profit in contentment. A person who is happy with their body is a terrible customer. The entire economic engine of this modern beauty industry runs on a fuel of manufactured insecurities. Don't believe me? Let's look at the numbers. The world is swimming in cosmetic procedures. Every year, tens of millions of people get Botox injections. I myself am one of them, I will admit it, fueling a multi-billion-dollar industry that simply didn't exist a few decades ago. That's no accident. The pressure for a smooth, ageless face amplified by social media translates directly into billions in revenue. The pandemic made it worse. As we spent more time staring at our own faces on video calls, Zoom dysmorphia took hold. Clinics reported huge spikes in bookings for procedures to correct things like under-eye hollowness and sagging jawlines, features we never scrutinized so closely before. The industry isn't just responding to demand, it's creating it. Influencers, often paid by clinics and brands, create a deceptive standard of quote-unquote natural beauty that is actually surgically and digitally constructed. This leaves regular people chasing an impossible goal, feeling like they're the only ones with pores or asymmetry. As one critic noted, it's absolutely diabolical. And the physiological cost of this profit-driven cycle is immense. We are running a massive, uncontrolled experiment on human self-esteem, and the results are fucking terrifying. Countless studies now show a direct link between the toxic beauty standards online and low self-esteem in young people, especially teenage girls. They are internalizing the message that their normal, developing bodies are projects needing constant renovation. They're seeking out procedures once reserved for the middle age just to achieve the no makeup look that they see online, not realizing the goal they're chasing is often just normal anatomy to begin with. The industry knows this. It knows that creating a problem is the most effective way to sell a solution. They saw it work with cellulite, and now they're applying that logic to every square inch of the human body, powered by algorithms designed to find your insecurity and feed it back to you over and over and over again. They profit from your self-doubt. So here we are, and we've been sold this lie. From cellulite in 1960s to buccal fat today, the playbook has stayed the same. Name it, shame it, sell the fix. The endless cycle of manufactured flaws designed to make us feel inadequate and then cash in on the profit of our inadequacies. But something is starting to change. There's a growing exhaustion, a trend fatigue. People are tired of the constant pressure, the multi-step routines, the feeling that they're always falling behind. We are starting to see the cracks in the perfect facade. The overfilled lips of the 2010s are quickly becoming the what were we thinking moment of the 2020s. And in this exhaustion, a quiet rebellion is brewing. We're seeing counter trends pop up, aesthetics that embrace imperfection. The clean girl obsession with poreless skin giving way to the messy girl aesthetic that celebrates smudged eyeliner and lived-in looks that I love so much. There's a constant pushback against the flawless algorithm-approved face, and I'm fucking living for it. Ultimately, the greatest act of rebellion in the world that profits from your self-doubt is self-acceptance. It's the radical choice to look in the mirror and see a human being, not a collection of flaws to be fixed. The most defiant act of 2026 is to just exist. I know it's hard right now. I know 2026 seems to be the worst of the worst thus far, but just existing is the act of rebellion that we all need to do. To have pores, to have smile lines, to have a body that hasn't been redesigned by a TikTok trend, to recognize that your face and your body are your home, not a fashion accessory that needs an update every fucking season. The game is rigged, but you don't have to play it. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you for being with me on this wonderful journey that is the Loose Lip Podcast. Again, please subscribe and keep up with all of the episodes that we have previously in the collection, as well as ones to come for the future. You can listen on all listening platforms: YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and of course, renderingbeauty.com/podcast. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Bye.